In the previous lesson, we showed you how you could create a navigation bar using Bootstrap 4 and how easy it is to bring into your web projects. So in this lesson, we're going to look at breaking up our code and creating some sections in order to navigate to those sections within our web page so that users can come in and they can see various sections of content. So first thing that we want to do is start with a head section. So we're going to just use the header element within HTML, and we're going to create a div here. So this div is going to be our main container of content, and so need to specify maybe that we're going to do an H1 and then something like the company name, so your company or something like that could go within this area. And usually it's kind of nice to add in a subheading as well to your content, or maybe you want some additional content with here, so maybe some more information about your company. So I'm going to jump back out to my web browser and I'm going to open up the blind text generator, and maybe I just need one paragraph here. I'm going to cut down on the number of words that I'm using. So maybe we'll just do something even smaller than that. So characters, and so that looks like a pretty good amount of characters. So maybe I'll even cut it slightly more to maybe 150 or something like that. So there we go. So now I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to copy that, copy to clipboard, text copied, and jump into here. So I added a horizontal line, so an HR there, to break apart that content as well. And down here at the bottom, so maybe this is if we're having a sale or something like that. So let's add that button in. So this is a call to action right within your website. So the type is going to be button. And now we're going to use some Bootstrap button classes. So we need to specify BTN. So this is the same as previous version of Bootstrap, so nothing's different here. Your code will still look the same. So we're going to do BTN, and we're going to color it as a primary button, BTN primary, and BTN large, because we want a nice big button for users to come in and click. So let's close that one off, and we'll just do click. Or maybe we could do something better like best deal today only. So let's see what this looks like so far within our web page. So when I refresh it, so now we've got our head content there, we've got the best deals today only, and so on. So maybe this could be used to show and display some of the good deals that we've got within our website. And notice again that one of the problems here is that we can't see our content here at the top. So we need to make some adjustments. So within the website, we notice that the navigation bar is still hiding over it. It's hiding some of that content. So let's take care of that now as well. And here we need to maybe specify a class that we can use. So I'm going to just call it htop. And go up to my CSS, and I'm going to make some adjustments on that particular content area. So we'll just do that and htop. So that's the class that we're going to utilize, and maybe we want to be really specific that we've got it within the tag header htop, and this is what we want to happen. So let's first of all, let's give it a position, and we're going to give it a position of relative, so that we can have some ability to make some adjustments on it. Let's give it a margin top, and we're going to give it 50 pixels at the top. So that should give us enough spacing to move that content down so it's visible within the web page. So even when we're resizing, we can still see that this is our company here, and so on. Maybe we also want to add in a background color, or we want to add in a height to it and a width. So let's do a width of 100%. And also let's specify that we want to text align. So we want to text align. We've got a few options. We can do a center aligned and so on. So maybe let's add that center align in. We're going to do a minimum height, and we want that minimum height to be automatic. So set that in, and also let's add in a background image to this. So background So we're doing background image. So background image, and we're going to specify the URL of the image. We're going to just placehold it, or we're going to use lorem pixel. So let's open up our editor here and see what image we can grab. So maybe if our website has to do with sports, we can grab one of the sports images and so on. So I think that we've got the path there anyway, so maybe let's just copy this one out and make some adjustments on the sizes. So lorem pixel, and let's do 1600 by 700 sports. And let's quickly take another peek and see what our website now looks like. So now it's starting to look a little bit better here. Notice that we need to also specify the font color because it's not coming out on that dark background, so let's make an adjustment to there as well. So let's specify that our font is going to be white. So color white, and maybe also specify the font size. So we're going to set it by default to 1 EM. So that's that's about 16 pixels, the 1 EM. So this is more of a responsive format for sizing. So there we go. So we've got our basic head section there, and we might also want to add in a margin at the bottom as well. So let's add in some padding as well. So we don't have any padding as of yet to fix some of that spacing there at the bottom. So let's do some padding, and we'll do top and bottom padding of 3 EM, and we'll just do padding all around of 3 EM. Let's refresh that, take another quick look at it. And so now we've got some more spacing around our head section. It's nicely laid out, nice and responsive, and so on. So we're ready to move on to the next step, and again I'm zoomed in 200%, so sometimes that doesn't look as great as it should when I'm resizing, but I assure you still it looks really nice on mobile screens. So mobile users would probably see something more like that coming in, and the text is nicely resizing and so on. So in the next lesson, we're going to continue to build out additional sections and hook up the rest of these web links and so on to produce our web page. So that's coming up in the next section.